Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Spatola with today's review of our study guide on number 28. It is 22 divided by a number 5. Okay, so we are supposed to translate for this particular section. Just make sure when we translate on page 7 in your workbook is a list of all of the key words. So if you're unsure of what some of the translation words mean, there is a list for all 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Number 28, 22 divided by a number 5. Divided by obviously is a division word, so it's 22 divided by 5, or if you look here, this is the 7th grade way to do it because now we're going to use the fraction bar. Remember, fractions mean division. 29, a number r increased by. Increased by is an addition word, so it's r plus 4. 30, 12 less than 7 times a number g. This is a 2-step translation. So there are 2 things that are going on here. So I see there's 12 less than is minus, but be careful, it's also a switch word. Less than, and now here's the other part. We have 7 times a number g. You definitely want to know this for your assessment that's coming up. So 7 times a number g, anytime it's multiplication, we have the number next to the variable. The number that's next to the variable is called the what? Not copilot, it's called the coefficient. But we use that crazy term copilot to help us to remember. So it's called the coefficient. And make sure there's no time sign or anything, and we don't use the time sign. Why? Because it looks like a variable. Let's move on to 31. Number 31, 6 more than a number. Okay, make sure it's a switch word. So make sure you switch the order. 8p plus 6. 32, the difference of 9 and y, 9 minus y. 33, 4 less than the product of x and 12. Be careful, it's a switch word. So it's 12x minus 4. Number 34, the sum of a number 2 and k, that is an addition term, 2 plus k. 35, a number n divided into, be careful, into, so it's 9 divided by n, or we could write it as 9 divided by n as a fraction. Number 37 was a tricky one. Adela is 3 years older than Vanessa. Older than means more than. So write an expression that shows how old Adela is. So honestly, it's 3 plus V if we use V to represent Vanessa. However, more than or older than is a switch word, so it would be V plus 3. That's how old Adela is. 38, evaluate when x is equal to 4. So it's 6 times x plus x to the 3rd. You definitely want to be careful with this. Remember, no drop and plop. Okay, so what happens here, what I suggest is put the parentheses around the variables so that you remember that you're going to multiply, in this case here, you're going to multiply the coefficient of 6 next to the x, okay? And the x in this case is going to be equal to 4. When you solve and do all your substitution, your answer is 88. And for 39, the answer was 36. Today is going to be a continuation of what we started yesterday. We're going to be evaluating some expressions, and we're going to be solving when we are given the value of x, and then we're going to solve for y. So for number 4, if we take a look at number 4, we see that x, we talked about this yesterday, x is our input and y is our output. Okay, so whatever value is for x, we're going to use this particular expression to solve. So for the first one, x is equal to 5. So we know that y is equal to, now we're going to substitute the number 5 for the x. So it's 5 minus 5. This is a lot easier than what we did yesterday, right? 5 minus 5 is 0. So when x is 5, y is equal to 0. All right, so y is equal to 0. When x is equal to 7, we substitute now. It's y equals 7 minus 5. So we do the math, 7 minus 5, so y is equal to 2. So we put 2 here. Next one, x is equal to 9. So when x is equal to 9, I rewrite, I substitute my 9 for the x, and I do my subtraction. 9 minus 5 is 4, so y is equal to 4. So when x is equal to 9, I just follow it. I'm going this way, and then I'm going to just put my answer here. And then we're done. Try the next one on your own, and it says directions. Complete the input-output table. Make sure you show all work. So try number 1, pause the video, and then check your answers. Pause now. And if you solved it correctly, you would have gotten 6, 7, and 8 for your output. Now try the next one on your own. Pause the video and give it a shot. And there are your answers for number 2. Just be careful. When you have the variable next to the number, the coefficient, make sure that you multiply. No drop and plop. So you're multiplying, you're substituting the variable with a number, and then you multiply the numbers together. All right, let's try the next page. So for this one, you definitely want to make sure you understand how to do this. Hint, hint. I'm thinking maybe you're going to see this sometime soon, like maybe on a unit assessment. So let's take a look at this one. So this one is a little bit longer. Not a big deal. You got this. So when x, remember, x is your input, y is your output, and then you're going to be given some numbers, some values, and you're going to have to complete the expression. So for this one here, the expression is 3 times x minus 4 plus x to the second. So remember, you're just substituting for x. But before you do that, cross out the first one because it won't work. So we're just going to cross this one out. So don't worry about that. That would lead to negative numbers, and you don't know that. So you're just going to be doing the 4, x is equal to 4, and x is equal to 6. All right, give those two a try. And there you have the answers to number 3. Remember, you didn't have to do the value of 2 because that would have given you a negative number. So for now, you want to keep on studying. You want to keep practicing. Please make sure that you are completing all of the problems, following the directions. You have one more page for review, and next thing you know it, we'll have our assessment. This is Mrs. Spatola wishing you all a great day.